If you drive from New Orleans to the North Shore where I live, you come across a 26-mile bridge. And what I find more than ever is most people are driving across that causeway 120 miles an hour with no guardrails as it relates to their financial planning, if you will. What I try to do with the focus of our practice and philosophy is not only have them drive very systematic and orderly, but also make sure that you have a set of guardrails around your wealth or your car driving across the bridge so that one wrong move, you don't end up in Lake Pontchartrain and see everything that you worked so hard for just go away. I'm Jack Branch. I've been in the financial industry for over 2 decades. Got in this industry, which I thought was kind of by an accident, but I think it was true destiny putting me in the place I needed to be. So when I got downsized from corporate America and got in the financial industry, I quickly learned that the financial institutions as a whole aren't interested in you learning. They're interested in keeping themselves in control of the money. So what I made a decision of getting in this industry was putting people, not institutions or financial entities, in control of the wealth. I moved to New Orleans about 30 years ago, originally from Middle Tennessee. What I love about this area are the people, the food, and the culture. People wonder why, people take off an entire week for Mardi Gras. You got to experience it. There's a festival for everything. And that's what I love about living in Southeast Louisiana, is people have figured out how to enjoy life to the fullest. So I met Renee through a real challenging time in my life. After going through a divorce, you kind of think your life is somewhat over. And when I met her, she was just a breath of fresh air. Then she was diagnosed with cancer. So I had 2 choices. I could stick and stay or run. And I tell you, it was not even a consideration whatsoever. It was stick and stay. So there in Marco Island, with my daughter there in front of 600 of my colleagues, back in 2017, I proposed to my dear Renee as she was fighting for her life with breast cancer. And all I can tell you is that she fought through it, she's beat it, and now her life is spent around helping other people that are going through breast cancer have hope and clarity in that dark season of life. She's become the apple of my eye even to this day. Everything of why I do what I do is for family. Protecting the integrity of the family, keeping the family units together, and I can't tell you over 20 years how I've been able to serve families in good times and in bad. And when somebody does lose a spouse or a loved one, I send a set of wind chimes to comfort them, just to try to give them hope well beyond the loss of a loved one, and let them know that even though bad things have come upon them, they're going to be okay. My sister always told me she thought I had a calling to ministry. And I find that this is my ministry. I'm able to come into people's lives that are usually going through major changes, whether it be through divorce, death, bankruptcy. So I really feel like I'm able to still do the ministry day in and day out in people's most intricate places of their life. During the pandemic, Renee and I moved out to a community that just is probably one of the best moves we've both ever made. I think the analogy with golf and the financial realm is, everybody's looking for that magic club. And what most people want to do is they always want to hit the driver as it hits it as far as possible. Is so much of the emphasis and effort for people's planning is all on rate of return. Although rate of return is important, if you hit the driver 400 yards and it's in the woods and lost, what good is it? And what club really in the bag scores the most strokes or helps you with your score, if you will? It's the putter. And focusing on the short game is really where you'll keep more money working for you instead of other entities, is the key to this game called financial independence. And I can show you the optimal way to retire and stay retired.